Hello everybody, this is RVman985, along with a special guest,
Turtle!
and today we'll be playing Final Fantasy X-2.
For the fourth time.
Yes. Well, for me, it's basically the 24th. Even though both of us hasn't finished Final Fantasy X yet. And this game takes place 2 years after that game that we're LPing right now. Even though I'm closer to the end than he is, still, it's a co-commentary. Now the difference is, Turtle here is tackling the new game on his channel.
Tackling.
Yes. Whereas I'm tackling New Game Plus. And there are some differences here.
Yeah. When you said tackling, I was thinking of like someone going after a PS2 and just like fighting.
Something like that, yes.
That's just my image in my head.
So, the differences are basically Turtle has the easy route because he doesn't have to worry about oversold bosses unless he takes on 10 enemies of one type. Me? I already done that. So chances are, most of the bosses I'm going to be facing are oversold. Hooray!
Good for you. Well, at least you have an advantage also.
And you have a disadvantage, the only disadvantage being, if you ever decide to do so, paying 100,000 gil to a Waka. That's the disadvantage. Whereas I only have to pay 1,000. Whereas you're going to have the easy time with Becklam's challenge, because you only have to worry about beating Becklam's score of 500. Whatever the score is from the previous game is carried over, so I'm going to have trouble with that.
Yeah. What else is different? I don't know.
Oh, all the items, dress spheres, grids, accessories, and all them, and abilities too, are all carried over to New Game Plus. So it'll be more of an easier time for me, whereas you're gonna have to learn them all from scratch.
How fun that is.
Yes.
Not really. Oh god. I love my headset. It's a Turtle Beach.
Yes. I mean, I have one of the headsets that probably don't exist anymore. Logitech.
What's that?
But anyway, the game at hand, we're basically at Yuna's quote-unquote concert. And Riku and Pain are pretty much infiltrating said concert. Because apparently that Yuna's an imposter. Otherwise, from here on in, you probably see Riku, Yuna, and Pain together throughout the entirety of the game because that's all you play with.
Yeah, which I don't like very much. I like having a diversity of characters.
Diversity's great. They also, and depending on, and of course, everybody's going to get the same dress sphere, so there's not much diversity in there. And depending on how you use the dress spheres, or how you set up the dress spheres or garment grids, you're either going to be at an advantage or a disadvantage. And plus, this game, even though it's supposed to cater to the female audience, caters more than a male audience with upskirt shots like Riku's.
Yeah, how does it go to girls' audience?
Yeah, there's a lot of things in this game that caters to male audiences. And of course, you're going to definitely love Chapter 2.
I remember the chapters by heart, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, that one? I'll discuss that when we get there.
If it's okay.
Oh, wait, what were you going to say?
I almost said a spoiler, but I stopped.
Yeah. Here's one thing that isn't a spoiler. You're going to have to face this boss. And that's the funny thing. Just like every Final Fantasy game, there's always an intro boss.
Yeah, but it isn't always that's like beginning. Sometimes you have to fight a few little monsters before you get to that boss. I said bots.
Yeah. And this game is no different. Also, there's party separation, but thankfully only in 2 certain scenarios there's party separation. In this first part, and way later on in the game. Even though party separation is one of the things that I really don't like about Final Fantasy. And let's put it like 11 doesn't count as party separation.
Yes.
It just is disgusting.
Thank you. I hate 11 because they're like, oh, I know. Let's combine Final Fantasy with the MMORPG. I bet it will be epic. It will get us more fans. Yeah, right.
If anything, Final Fantasy 11 definitely rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way, me included. Yeah. Especially with their little death penalty thing. They take away stuff whenever you get KO'd, and that's something I don't like. And we're basically talking more about that game than what this game is. But then again, I'm beating the bosses very fast because of the fact that I've maxed out all the abilities.
And then they came out with 14, and it was another online game I didn't like.
No, I refuse to play 14. If it's anything like 11, I refuse to play it.
Yeah.
And I recommend, yes, whatever you do, if you have any items, use them. But there's also a certain place you need to go. Well, you can go in order to heal, too.
And we'll show you that in a bit.
Meanwhile, goons. Get used to them. You'll be seeing them a lot.
Yeah, they're... I don't know why they put that as one of the people... Like in games, I hate it when there's someone always following you. I don't know why they put it in this one.
Yeah, we had enough of that in 10 when you were running from the Guado in Macalania.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Oh, and Seymour, oh, never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Stop myself there.
Don't worry, you'll probably see it later on in my LP. But anyway, we're heading to that dock and I almost passed it up too.
Nope, but these goons had to come out from nowhere.
They'll keep coming. And, of course, you can stand here and grind all you like, but we're on a time limit here.
Really? Oh, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we don't have time to be dealing with goons.
Out of the way.
And yet, they still appear out the woodwork.
They really don't want you to go to that healing item.
No, they don't. And all I can say to you is this: the Thief is definitely one of my favorites because of the fact that you can just take 2 hits, 2 free hits. Oh, and there's that healing item I was talking about.
There we go.
More goons.
Oh, isn't that just wonderful?
Yes, this is level grinding at its finest. Even though you're gonna get a crap ton of experience points by the time you finish this anyway. Oh, word of advice, don't try to steal from anyone. Chances are you'll probably get the prizes anyway.
Hey, you run too fast.
In Final Fantasy 9, you had to steal a lot to get some of the really good items from bosses.
Yeah,
Ouch.
they do too here. And you have to bribe too. However, there's another side quest that kind of averts that too. And speaking of averting, it's Yuna!
She finally showed up.
So, Yuna in this game, what are your thoughts?
She's... Well, I mean her clothing, like, I don't really like that she still has the whatever, long ponytail, and I also... Why does she only have, like, a skirt to the side? And her personality is a little better, but all she's doing is chasing after a guy.
That's pretty much the whole emphasis of this game. But then she ends up being dragged into other people's problems, which she's always had that happen to her in Final Fantasy X. And speaking of problems, the boss here, Logos and Ormi, take out the fat one, he's gonna be a problem.
He's the turtle.
Yes, he is. And Cheap Shot can break through turtles.
Breaks through that defensive wall.
Yeah, but later on, Army's gonna get an annoying move that'll hug you to death.
I would hate to be hugged to death.
No one would love to be hugged to death.
I don't even like hugs in the first place.
Persistent, aren't you?
Yeah, and speaking of people you'll be seeing a lot, yay, we finally get to see the imposter.
Girls ever learn to share?
I'm sorry, folks, we may sound like we're bored, but we're not. We're kind of aggravated because of the fact that Skype won't work. Life of us resort to something else.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, so we're reverted to me recording.
But it won't be yours for long, loves.
Not this, though. Our audio, yeah. Oh, God. I hate her.
This is your lucky day.
Yes, LeBlanc can be really much a pain. And to make things worse, they force a dress sphere change on you.
Yeah. I do not like it when tutorials force you to do something.
Yeah, it definitely is like defeating the purpose of the instruction manual.
Yeah, like, why can't people just read the instruction manual if they want help?
It was nice knowing you.
Because everybody thinks they're spores. I had to make an gamer jerk. Yes, I'm referring to the Contra review. Manuals? What the hell are those? But nonetheless, simply put, Darkness Dance, all Darkness Dance is going to do is blind them. I mean, it's not going to do anything about our magic. Yeah. It may stop her physical defense, but it's not going to do nothing about our magic.
Does she even use... Oh, yeah, she uses her...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I was just asking if it does anything with a physical attack.
Well, she uses physicals, but she rarely, but she also uses magic, and she mostly uses magic.
I thought so. Mission complete!
My body just
Yes.
by itself. I didn't know what was going on.
So that means,
Frightened.
oh, and that's the other thing. We're kind of, Yuna and Riku and Pain are all imbalanced in levels. Like, Pain and Riku are level 2, and Yuna's level 1. Well, they're now a higher level now, but still.
That really grinds my gears.
Yeah, it's flat out ridiculous. I mean, I like balancing characters. Never know when you're gonna use them.
You sure look like you were enjoying yourself.
Although in Final Fantasy 12 I was very stupid and never used Balthier.
Excitement just took over.
And made that mistake.
When you use your garment grid.
Yeah.
The emotions of the person recorded in the sphere.
And trust me, it did not work well.
Isn't that dangerous?
And you want to know the stupid part of it? I gave him 3 of the quickenings.
I'm just a kid.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I was pretty stupid.
Quickenings won't do jack if you don't have the level to actually utilize them.
Learned that the hard way.
Yep, and with that said, we are done with this recording. And yes, we've kind of BS'd and joked around the entirety of the part, but still, this is RVman 95.
And this is Turtle.
See you guys in part 2 when we go to Gaga's set.